and welcome to the Crafts Papa Show. On today's episode we're going to be casting one of these Terminators. Looks like I might have tried to cast him years and years ago. Back then I was using hot glue. And anyways, it's a really old Terminator I've had probably since '91. But let's do it. It's going to stand about right there. So we want to cut this. You want to leave a bunch open for the head. This video is not made for kids because knives are sharp. But you can watch. This stuff really does a fantastic job of molding. I mean, look at it. Okay, I'm going to stick one of these in here and back to the microwave. And the final pour. Now I'm going to let the make sure the bubbles stop. If you get a whole bunch of bubbles, that might mean you have a rupture somewhere in your mold. I don't see any, so we look pretty good. So as soon as the bubbles stop, it gets a little bit firm. I'm going to go stick this in the freezer. And I'll see you after the freezer. Let these sit overnight. This one, we had a bit of a malfunction here. We let it sit overnight in the freezer. Sorry. It started leaking in the freezer. That's where it stopped. So I threw some tape on it real quick, seamed up the thing, added a little bit more on the top, and let's get to demolding. Alright, let's start with the bottom. That's pretty cool right there, look at that. Why do they come to me to die? And this is coming off really good. Look at that. So it might be at just the right temperature. It sat in the freezer all night. So now it's sat here on the table for a couple of hours. And it's flexy a little bit, but not sticky. I mean, well, it's a little sticky. Alright, I think we're going to go from the side. And alright, I had to stop the camera for a minute, get in at some angles that were hard to get to while having the camera in front of me. So here we go. So anyways, we cut across through there. We lifted the arm up and cut across through here. Just about done. No chopper. Oh. Okay, so he's gonna have a messed up eyeball now. That's alright. We're just doing the best we can. with what we are given. He's got stuff stuck in his butt. Here's our cavity. I know what you're thinking. Just slap a rubber band on there. Well, I'll tell you what. You go ahead and put the rubber bands touching this. It'll seal it up nice, but I've had several that got too hot. The rubber band kept squeezing as it was drying, and I ended up with resin with a half-molded rubber band. Spill went everywhere. Right here is actually the what you'll see if you let the rubber band touch the thing. It cuts it as it shrinks, and then cuts off your mold. So this is pretty, but this is not what I was going for. This way you can apply just enough pressure as to not deform it. And just as you go around, you just kind of give it a little squeeze. And then we won't have the resin leak. How about that? If you wanted to, you could glue his feet to a base. I've done that too. Turns out pretty good. And there we go. Look at that. Feet, two nice little cavities. Hello, and we're back. Time for the demolding of the T800 Terminator. And here we go. The base, sometimes this happens. After you cast it, you see the blue we cast it in sunk down a little bit into the mold. So I came back later and just topped it off with some clear. So we're going to call this a one-time use right now. Oh baby, look at that. I like it. We got a bunch of flashing when you just need to trim up a little bit. I think I'll take these off too. Kind of looks like he's made out of ice maybe. Let's see if he stands up. Gears in here didn't come out. They kind of ripped off. It's got some of the mold still in there. Well, I kind of decided I like that flashing. It gets really thick too, and I'm afraid I'm going to break the mold, or break the model a little bit. I'm pretty happy with it. It's got great colors, especially here, this two-tone clear. Oh, I missed a bunch of tape. It's two-tone, the clear, and the teal. I think that turned out great. We'll have to run some more experimentation with that. This hand didn't come out too good. This hand didn't come out at all. But since he's a robot, it should be fine. Head's a little deformed. If we want it super glossy, we could hit it with some gloss and it'll shine it right up. I kind of like this frosted look, especially with the ice kind of coloring. So I'm going to just leave that as is, and I think we're good to go. Thank you very much for watching another episode of Omega Tries to Cast Something. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe if you can. We appreciate it. And bye-bye!